Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is doing great. I would like to welcome you all to today's India webinar on real-world examples of Agile PeopleOps in action. On behalf of Agile PeopleOps, me, Mariana Di Rosario, your host, would like to thank you all for taking out your precious time and joining us today. I would like to introduce our speaker for today's session, Mr. Rohit Bagal. He is our India country ambassador. He is an APF certified PeopleOps Scrum Master, an Agile enthusiast, a design thinker, an HR business analyst, and senior executive HR operation at CasePoint LLC. As an energized HR professional, he possesses the skills to successfully implement and support vital HR activities that cut costs while amplifying employee engagement and performance across operations. Additionally, he is well regarded for devising unique policies and procedures that improve efficiency throughout operations. A very warm welcome to Rohit and to whoever has joined us as the audience. Over to you, Rohit. The stage is all yours.
Thank you so much. So I hope I audible. Yes. Okay. So first of all, thank you, Mariana, for this welcome. And now the welcome all the participants. Good evening, all of you. I hope I know some of people, and many people is new for me. But yes. So good evening, everyone. As we embark on our journey through the real world examples, through the various examples where which many companies is implementing things agility in their people teams. So I would like to start by introducing our agenda for today. We will be developing delving into three case studies, such as showcasing unique aspects of a people ops agility. Our first case is IBM. So it is a global tech giant that has transformed their people team practices to stay ahead in rapid changing tech landscape. Our second one is a fascinating world of Netflix, because Netflix is the we all streaming the Netflix every day. So the companies are renowned for its innovative culture and their people of strategies that support its position as a streaming market leader. Okay, and the third one is, yes, Spotify. Spotify is a music working in music streaming industry, and they forecast their culture, people ops, agility to remain competitive and adaptive. So these case studies offer a valuable insights into the dynamic landscape of people ops agility. Okay, so how it can drive success of organization in various sector, because one is in IT tech organization, second one is in their videos or movies or this kind of the entertainment, we can say that in that. And third one is the music industry, they are implementing the music industry. So these are different type of the organization and the sector. So how they implement the agility in their people teams, and how we will get that. Okay, so let's embark on this enlightening journey together. Can you please change the slide? In this presentation, in the PPT, you show only some specific points, because these all the stories, it's not just highlighted in the PPT, because this case study is a huge case study. They give their lots of things. So in this presentation on exciting topics, how forward thinking companies are transforming their people teams through the adoption of agile methodology. So we today we will delve into the innovative approaches. For that, we are reshaping the way of organization to manage and empower workplace. So because of today's world is a rapid changing business environment, and agility is not just a buzzword, but is a necessity. Companies are starting to realize to that to stay this competitive and we can say the responsive market shifts. Okay, because we are living in VUCA and Bani words, uncertain things is happen. Companies should be uh, able to take such a decision. Our as a people ops team, we need to prepare for with the various tough decision. Okay, in the tough situations, so they must apply agile principles. These organizations, these companies is they not apply only for the product teams. Agility is not only for the product teams, if but it is also applicable for their practice also, people approaches. And this is where agile people ops concepts play a very important role, we can say that. So we will explore how the agile people ops isn't merely a set of the processes, but it is a mindset that value flexibility, and we can say the collaboration, and the one most important, continuous improvement. So we will see how the people ops teams are shifting their mindset from traditional rig structure to the more adaptable and the people centric model, also align with their strategies. Okay, so let's embark on this journey together. We will explore the dynamic world of agile people ops and their transformative impact on the businesses. So by end of this presentation, you will gain, might be you will gain or such a good way to identify how these companies implement agility in their people's teams, how their people ops teams implement agility, how they gain the power of agile, and they enhance their people experience, drive to innovation, and ultimately achieve a greater success. So, sorry, can you please go ahead, Mariana? Yes. The first is IBM. Yes, everyone is know IBM because it's working in 175 countries. IBM is a global technology company and that provide hardware, software, consulting service. It is the one of the largest technology company in the global world. They have a 3,50,000 around people who work for this. We call in traditionally we call that employees, but I personally avoid that employees word. So whenever it's people words is come, so you can consider these as an employee. Okay. So IBM People Ops team is responsible for all aspects for their human resource of company, including recruitment, hiring, training, development, compensations, benefits, and the people relation. And the team also play a role in developing and implement people ops strategies and policies. IBM began experimenting with the agile practices in some of their software development projects. I remember, I think it's 2000 or earlier 2000. IBM started their agile methodology, implement their product team, and they in upcoming few years they successfully implement agile into their product teams, agile methodology for their product teams. But till 2014 they never look up or they never think about that agile methodology. If we use agile methodology, agile approaches into our product, our sorry people ops team, our people team, and it's changed the entire vision or approaches, and it will help us to collaboration, like we can say that people centric view which people teams provide us as a business level. Okay, so in 2014 they started with the pilot project for the people ops team. They take some one project for their team, and once the project or once the pilot projects go to the success, and then they implement entire their IBM teams. I mean, we can say the people team, specifically people ops teams. Okay, so why they take a decision to implement agility into their people's teams or people ops teams? Why this is required? Because they face some many level of challenges, which challenges sometimes we thought that if you read their case studies and you identify, uh, oh, these kind of the challenges we are also facing in my organization, in that these kind of, yeah, IBM people's ops team is facing same issues, and then we will also facing the same issues. These all sometimes we, because why, before IBM is decided or their people's team is decided to implement agile methodology for the people ops teams, before that they work as a traditional way. Like everyone, we follow these practices like 2 3 years before, or and they this separate department, each functions, their structure, it is made a very difficult. Okay, so it is very difficult to coordinate the activities and response to the quickly to change the business environment. Okay, so the first important they face the challenge is uh, silos between departments made it difficult to communicate with the collaborative effectively. Okay, so it is if the collaboration they don't have any collaboration in between the teams, and these impact on their communication, so it is very hard to communicate. The same things might be we are also facing same issue in our organization where you I work. So these kind of the things is happen also. So same situations they are also facing. And the second one is that the HR processes were often slow, and it's we can call that bureaucratic processes. It's a very slow responses. If some employees ping to the some people ping to the uh, their people team, and their responses are very slowly whenever the queries come from the people they are working on a floor, they come, and then it is very difficult to communicate or resolve the query. It's take a too much time. Okay, and also the third one is HR was not always aligned the need of the business. This is the most important part. Whatever the organization need, it's creating in one, because we already working in VUCA and Bani world. So there are some uncertain things is happen where you need to take your organization needs suddenly change or shift one to another, and that time you need to act like that. Okay, so your responsibility as a people ops team members, your responsibility, you need to focus that particular new need accordingly. That is kind of the phase. Okay, so agility provide you to flexibility, and it's a very good power of thinking to achieve that. Suddenly you can change the dimension and you can adopt these things and you resolve that need. Okay, fourth is it is a very difficult to respond quickly to change in the business environment. Whatever the suddenly some change, something is happen. In agility we see that we if whatever the thing is, we break the multiple part, any projects we break that, and we continuously working on that. It is a help to deliver a quality work. But in traditional way it is a very difficult. We just start to end we work, and then we deliver, and again we identify, okay, this is the very wrong direction, we completed all the things, then we again start. So these kind of the difficulties we see into the business. So same IBM's people teams is also face these kind of the things. So IBM, they work with the very traditional way. Okay. And their processes were often silos and inflexible. Their team would work long term projects, and it could be difficult to make a changes to projects once they were underway. uh, this could lead to delays and frustration for both people teams and also who's working in floor the peoples. Yes. So this is the so what they decided in 2014, they understand our product team is working a very smoothly, working as a very fine, because they uh, almost implement agile and like 10 plus years, it's like 14 years, because IBM has started in product teams agility. They adopt agility for the product teams in 2000 and early 2000. And so almost 14 years after their people's teams is realize, or their pre-leadership is realized, okay, now we are thinking to implement agile into our people ops team. Okay. So then their team's journey start in 2014. So company was looking for a way to make their processes flexible and responsive, okay, to the changing needs of business. So in 2000 and early 2000, or their time is our business need is different in 2000, and after 2014-15 the business need is very different. So accordingly that they can work on that topic, and they started to working on that. And the agile people ops was a neutral fit, as it is a base on the principles of adaptability, collaboration, and continuous improvement. So IBM initially implement agile people ops program in pilot program with the few their people ops team. Okay. So when the program was successful executed, and then IBM decided to move a scale agile with the entire company, or entire, we can say that entire people ops team. Whatever we already in sessions start an introduction as a IBM, they have a 3,000 3 lakhs 50,000. So this is kind of the, they started with the pilot program and they expand their entire 175 countries people ops team. Okay. Yes. So when this pilot project started, what they get a benefit after that they implement entire the things, and what they get a benefit is a, yes, first of all, the most important, they improve communication and collaboration between the department. That is the most important part. As a people ops team, you need to work on that priorly. Then second one is their faster and more efficiency. Their they develop the processes. Okay. So they better alignment with their needs of business. So they also people of team also help to achieve the things. And the fourth is increase ability to respond quickly to changes in the business environment. Right now in COVID pandemic, hit the global world in badly, but still IBM have a very good well set. They are ready for such a kind of the situations, and they respond so very quickly, and that is why they survive in this kind of the situation. Okay. Also they increase the people engagement and satisfaction, because um, they reach individuals. Their team is reached to individuals, identify their issues, conclude the issues. And they because in traditional way we just work like a fire, uh, like we can say the fire team members. Someone is a call you, okay, I have a fire, so then we will move there and just resolve their fires and put the water and everything. But it is a different. We just prepared for that. We create awareness, like people of teams is create awareness and how to avoid such incidents, incidents. So that is created by people of teams in the IBM. Okay, so what is the conclusion? What I personally, or what we understanding these things. So IBM People Ops team has a successfully implement and adopted agile methodology. When we talk about the results, we already talk of the results. We will get results, and team has experienced number of benefits, including improved communication, collaboration between departments, faster and more efficient. So such kind of the things, they are flexible, their ability to respond quickly, and IBM People Ops team is a very good example. The agile methodology implementation in People Ops teams, and they transform their self. Okay, this is the best ever practices they create. But there is a one important part. If there is a no such a blueprint is ready to just we go read it and implement in our organizations, might be our organizations objectives, what the challenges is very different. So we just get a one proper direction how they implement and how this things is happen. Okay, this is the first case study. Because we have a lots of content, because we will explore three organization in this sessions, and due to time duration, I just quickly go over through. But after the session, after this webinar, you go and read about how the agile. There is a many articles. IBM have especially they wrote a blogs about this, about their journeys, agility journey for their people ops teams. So you can explore the things. Okay, Mariana, can you please go ahead? Netflix. Everyone is a know about the Netflix. Netflix is a global entertainment company, and they are provide a streaming video services. Okay, this is the one of the most popular streaming services in the world, and they have I'm not accurate about that, but yes, 220 million subscriber they have, and their people ops team is responsible for the all aspects of yes, of course, human resource related entire the things like recruitment, hiring, and these things. Yes, before that they work as a very traditional way of working. They have a very uh, structure is not like flat. They don't have any flat structure. They have a very different hierarchies, level structures, and it is very difficult to coordinate with each and every collaborate each and every times. And this is where, and the best part is Netflix is they will everyone whatever the whenever you talk about the Netflix is share one important part. They have an innovative culture. How these things is come? So these things come from the agility. Agility provide to that level of vision, that level of the we can say the approaches, that level of the mindsets. That time they transform their self. Okay. The next part, how the implementation process is done into the Netflix. Netflix, its implementation some of steps like the first and the most important steps, educate their people ops teams about the agile principles and practices. Okay, so what is the agile principles? What is their practices? You must, if you are going to implement in your organization agile practices, so you should aware about the agile principles and practices. Okay, because this is the basic knowledge of agile. What is agile? How can agile? What is the manifesto of agile? Then what is the principles, and what is the common agile practices? This is the most uh, important aspects whenever you start to implement. First educate you yourself as a, and also your team. Second one is create a cross functional agile teams. Netflix recognize this, it's their people ops team into the cross functional teams, and they responsible for the they deliver a specific people of services like their processes such as recruitment, hiring, training, performance management, and that they started to cross functionals into their teams. So it's create a lots of things into this agility. So third one is a uh, adopt a sprint based approaches. Okay, so this is the most important part. It is sometimes it is not happen in such cases such because we are people teams, we do not have any fixed task. Okay, might be sometimes some things is coming to suddenly it's a new, so that time we need to, like as a business environment is such as we need the needs are, sorry, needs are change, so then we need to align with that process. So sprint based approach is a very good example where Netflix people of teams is deliver that thing. uh each their agile teams work into 2 weeks sprints, and during they focus to completing specific set of tasks. So it is again depends upon your task and upon your way of working or way of structure in your organization. And these kind of the things is where at the end each sprints the team is review their progress and make a some make adjustment their plans. Okay. uh, then I think number four. Okay, so number four, this is empower agile teams. Okay, to make a decision, because sometimes what happen, we don't need to ask the upper management every time to give the approval. Sometimes you need to take a decision on that situation and resolve the time to way. So this kind of the empowerment, Netflix give their agile teams, their people ops teams, the authority to make a decision about how to best deliver their services. And this is where Netflix is achieved that, because they are in service industry. That's why they know they know if we deliver best service, then we will get these things. So their people of steam also follow this kind of the approaches. um they have some authority to take a decision, and they quickly come to the point and conclude all the things. Okay. And the next is establish their regular feedback loops. Okay, we deliver that part, we work with the sprint, and we take a cross functional, we educate of all the know about the things. But what about the feedback? We required a continuously feedback. What is happening? Okay, this because this is your continue improvements. Sorry. Netflix established regular feedback loops in between their agile teams, okay, and the businesses, their businesses units, and they where they are supports. Okay, and this helps to ensure that their people teams meeting the needs of the businesses. These kind of these steps they follow and they implement, and what get they get a number of experience, they experience a number of positive results to implement into this so they again to cross functional, they learn how to work with that. They develop the faster and more efficiency hr people of processes to deliver these things. Then they have a better alignment their needs of businesses. They understand what is the business need, and then accordingly they deliver the best for their people, their service best service to the people. And these kind of the things, it is increase ability to respond quickly, take a decision. They have the authority, that's why they take a decision and complete that task within before the or deadline, or we can say before any escalation is happening. And this kind of the things, if you respond quickly, if you respond, if you have a take a decision and you resolve that, provide the best services for the your people, and people get satisfaction is the most important, people engagement is the most important. So they uh, engage with the people with the very quickly, and that is they will get the more benefits of this. So what is the end of the conclusion? Netflix people ops team, yes, they get many things, like especially, so everyone is talking about their innovative culture. So how this culture is become, how this culture is built, this all the built through their people ops teams, or agility. They provide the agility, and agile people ops play a very important role in that thing. So they can adopt, and they can work with the faster, and that's why they work with the innovatively, and that's why they create this kind of the very innovative culture where people is satisfied, people is feel like yeah, it's a very comfortable, that's why everyone is want to join such a organizations or companies. So this kind of the uh, conclusion or result we will get. So Mariana, can you go ahead? Okay, the next is on the last. Sorry, I go through little bit fast because of their case study is a very vast and very deep. Okay, each and every company, it's not like just it within a 1 hour we can explore the entire the things, but it's take like 2 hours for one case study. One like IBM has started the lots of year journey. Netflix have a very good journey to the agility. So same like a Spotify. That's why we go through all the things, because the time duration we need to see all of that. So Spotify is a Swedish music streaming service provider, and they founded it's like 2006. It is the one of the largest music streaming service in the industry, and they have a very good active subscribers. So they have a very big team in the global level, and their people ops teams, their people team is work very efficiently with the various dimension, like compensation, benefits, development, training, hiring, then as a operational stuff, people relation engagement, this kind of things. And this is the where their main things. And before Spotify implement agility in their people teams, yes, they are working same like us in traditional ways, and their structure is very difficult to understand and to coordinate with the activity and response very quickly. Uh, why we talk about the collaboration, uh, and continuous improvement, and adaptability, because these three important points which I identify in their case studies, if you're good to adopt, you need to adopt, you need to implement, and you need to continuous improvement. So it is a feedback process. So this kind of the things where you respond so quickly, response and getting things. So they before the agility they have a very high level of challenges, like again silos in between their departments. uh, like for example the recruitment team has and the hiring team might be not working together as closely as they could. So both teams are interconnected, and if they are working with the collaborative, then it will be you provide a more services and the best services in this to the people. Okay, so which and if they are not working together, then it can be lead to what we can say that it delay in their hiring process. Okay, so this is the most big challenges they identify. Then one is a, again, process is very slow and bureaucratic. For example, it might be take a weeks, 1 months to get a new policy approval policy. It's take a lots of time. If you drafted a new policy and you send for the approval, it's taken lots of times. And also the HR is there is the most important. They are not aligned with the business goals or any kind of the things. So if you hire a culture fits person, if you hire a the person who align their vision, their personal vision to your organization vision mission, and then it will person is aligned or you align as a businesses, you fulfill with the businesses need. Okay, so you hire someone is like he is not aligned, his vision mission is not aligned your organization vision mission, and that time it creates a lots of distance. Okay, so that's why uh, Spotify started to work on that area. So they identify culture fit peoples and they create the right person to right position, and that's why they started. Then again, yes, it is a very difficult to quickly respond to the, like Spotify launch, for example, Spotify is a launch a new product in line, so it is a difficult to their people ops teams to quickly scale up its recruitment and hiring effect. Okay, so you required for the right person and to the right position, and then if he's in a culture fit, then it your business goal will achieve, your team will achieve the entire this kind of things. So they come to the solution. They started to agility implement. Again, same. They started again same point. They started to educate their teams. First of all, they communicate with their leadership and higher leadership about the uh, approaches, about what, how, and the get approval from their higher team, higher management team, or we can say higher leadership. Then they come to the next part is pro- provide a training to their people ops team, existing people ops teams, or hire someone like who is in a good fit in their agile experts or agile, he know the agile in your team, so for the understanding of the basic level. Okay, then started to implement to both teams, like hiring and recruitment team, we both are aligned, operation team is also aligned with even uh, connectivity, they create a connectivity on that part, and it is help to their achieving the goal whatever they decided. Then they adopt, yes, sprint based approaches. Continuously they're working in sprints and they identify okay, this kind of the things we lack, and they started to work on that part. So entire these kind of the things, and again they empower their teams with the various to make a decision. Okay, so Spotify is also in service industry, so they are also started to take a decision. They create a servant leadership programs in folklore, and these kind of the actions take to achieve your goal and achieve your things. So when we talk about the result, about the what they get, so they get a very positive result. Uh, they create a cross-functional team, take a cross-function that create a very good healthy communication in between team. So this is the most important. Second one, they create a quickly and the faster approaches they develop. They align with their businesses accordingly, that they act and they complete or fulfill all the businesses needs, and they have to ability to take the decision and come to the people's satisfaction. So these kind of the things where Spotify implement their self, and in three entire the three case studies, I identify if you want to transform, uh, from, we can say that if you want to transform if from traditional to non-traditional or agility or people of agility age, then you need to start it to identify what is the challenges your team is facing or organization is facing regarding that. And then you educate your team, then you decided what exactly you need to work, and then you come to the point, it is a implementing agility. So agility implement is a slowly process. It's you can break down in the several parts, and then it will help you to implement. Okay. So Mariana, please go to the next slide. So whenever you talk about after these case studies, if you feel like yes, I want to implement the agility, so you can go through these kind of the questions. You ask yourself the kind of the questions. What do you what do we want to implement agile? What are our specific goals? What are the objectives? What the challenges we hope to address? So this is the important parts. Do we have a support of a leadership from our leadership? Because agile transformations required uh, buy-in from all the levels of leadership organization, especially from the senior leadership. Okay, so this is the most important, what we have the support of leadership. And are our people ops team members ready for the change? They are ready for to transform, because this is the where you implement with them. Okay, they are the part of these things. And because agile is a very different way of working. Okay, it is not like traditionally, and the people are very habituated with their day-to-day activity and these kind of the things. So agile is very different. So are our your team members are ready for the change, are ready for the accept these challenges to transform ourselves? That is the main. Once they approaches, once they, then what is your current state of your team's processes and workforce? You need to identify that all the things, and then you will be rich on that part. Then what is the agile practices we adopt? Because in there are the many frameworks, methodology, there these kind of, so what exactly, so you need to prefer accordingly. What is your goal? What is your objectives? What is the challenges you deserve? The based on that part, it will be decided. Okay, so that time your team, you and your team should choose the practices, okay, to the best suit culture, accordingly your culture. Then it is a what will be the roles and responsibility of your team, people ops teams. So it is also main important part. Whenever you design any roles and responsibility, you need to understand what is your team member's strength, what is he can do this, and how can he do, what is his capabilities, and these kind of the things, these kind of the questions to help to design their roles and responsibility to your team. Okay, and the last is a, what about the post implement? Okay, so you need to also continuously feedback process. You need to work your current HR processes, and then post implement process. What you need to analysis that you measure the success. Is because it is a very important to clear, define to clear matrices for a success. So in the basis on, you need to identify upcoming days, how can we our weakness to implement this. Okay, so this is the loopholes, this is 1 2 3, and we need to prioritize that, and then again we started to work on that part. So these kind of the things here. So you always talk about yourself. These questions where I realize after the reading the entire case studies of the these reorganization. There are some organizations is also there, businesses is also there. They implement or they are in the process to implementing. So we will get the more case studies and soon, and in future might be we take only one company and describe one whole into the 1 hour. So this kind of thing. Next, Mariana. Okay, so the main part, question and answer. So you guys have any questions, and please let me know.
Yes, you are free to use the chat box or you can unmute yourselves and ask the questions.
Anyone?
Do we have any audience questions?
Thank you.
Thank you, Fatima. Okay, if we don't have any audience questions, do we move ahead? Yes. And if anybody has any questions in the meantime, please feel free to use the chat box. First of all, thank you so much, Rohit, for this wonderful session. It was really insightful, and I love the way you explained all the case studies. Very informative session. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And I would like to thank everybody from the audience for joining us today. We appreciate your time and participation. Stay tuned for more. We will have many more sessions for you to learn and grow with us. So if you would like to connect with Rohit, I will send all the participants who registered his LinkedIn ID, and you can reach out to him with any questions if you have. You will all receive a feedback form link in the chat box. Would request you all to fill the feedback. So we have an upcoming global virtual conference, the PeopleOps Pulse 2023, scheduled from October 10th to 12th, 9 a.m. to noon New York time. I invite you all to pre-register for the conference, and the link has been shared in the chat box. We have our next upcoming India community webinar in the month of October. So stay tuned for all the details. You would not want to miss it. We will share this recording of the session with all the participants who have registered, and we will also upload the session on our Agile PeopleOps YouTube channel. Thank you all once again, and have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.